set following on your platform already.
Yeah.
Like,
Did we tweet out the new channel?
I am about
I already
to.
did. I already did.
Oh, I guess Turtle's on it.
I'm always on it. No,
Turtle's our social media coordinator.
Yeah.
The guru.
I try, and like I
Social
said,
media star.
I know I'm always on. All I use is Twitter, but like I said, I always talk to people, and I got one guest appearance somewhere, and I'm trying to set up a second one already.
All right, it still says it's connecting to chat. Let me check.
Gotta get us all that clout.
Yeah, man. All right, let me check it on my phone.
So many checks.
Did we tweet out the new channel? I can hear myself.
Oh my gosh, my audio sounds 10 times better.
Tenfold.
Sweet. All right. You guys still there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes,
it was,
sir.
It was
Can you
just
hear us?
oddly
We are.
quiet.
No, because usually you like when you started, you go through what happened
I do
last
the little
time.
thing. I know. I need to turn on the music though. Hold on. Where is it? There we go. Is the music playing?
Glasses are dirty.
Oh yes, I slightly hear it. Awesome. All right. Welcome back to Adventure with Advantage. Hopefully my voice sounds better. We realized my audio is getting picked up via my webcam, so I hope things sound better for everyone. It's really frustrating it's been doing that, but can't change that now. All right. So previously, the party brought the body of Gallum, the person behind the killings of Captain Doring, or I'm sorry, the killings in Eserim to Captain Doring. He was glad to hear that they were able to put a stop to the deaths, and he encouraged Levi to focus on the victims of the killer rather than the killer himself, because focusing on the killer would give him exactly what he wanted, which was to be remembered. After this, the party got some well-deserved rest. Levi completed his article and turned it into Groggard, who gave them a choice for their next assignment. Something that was taking place in town or something outside of town. The party, ready to get out of the city, decided on the latter. So they had to head to the mining town of Silverridge in the Rivenspire Peaks to assist a Goblin Gazette reporter to help him complete his assignment. So the party had to find transportation out there. They worked with I believe it was the Iron Workers Guild, and basically arranged for them to provide muscle on a few wagons that were heading out that direction, and ensure everything went smoothly for them. And to finish up, they went out, had some drinks at the Balding Bard. Elamir partook in a knife-throwing competition, and Zero was carried up the steps like a princess, like he's always dreamed. And that was that. Real quick, on my phone, I'm getting a notification that says this video is only available to subscribers. So I want to make sure that it's not locked out for everybody.
I'm not subscribed.
But you're able to watch
Yeah.
it?
I'm watching it.
Okay. I just want to make sure it's jacked up.
Maybe it's only on the phone. It's only able to be viewed by subscribers or something. Like
Maybe.
through the mobile
Okay.
I
client.
need to check your Twitch settings later, but
That's fine, as long as it's not jacked up for everybody. So cool. So you guys rest in the Balding Bard and wake up the next morning ready to go on your adventure. Levi, you wake up with a nice headache, but nonetheless ready for your adventure today. What would you guys like to do?
Well, don't we have to meet the blacksmith? What was it? The metalworking guild or whatever they are? The ironworkers guild?
You had to meet two people from the Ironworkers Guild at the northern entrance of Eserim at sunrise.
So is it sunrise yet?
It is sunrise, yes.
Okay, so
Or at
then
least
probably should
before
head over there.
sunrise. Okay. So you guys are gonna make your way over there. Do you guys have
Pack
anything
up all our
else?
stuff.
Okay. You guys pack your stuff up, ready to leave. You've been I think you've only been in the city actually maybe a week at this point. It's not been super long, but you've definitely had a few fun-filled days. So you're just kind of ready to get out of the city. And
Could I talk to the innkeep? Is the innkeep up right now for
Sure.
the Bolting Bard? Or?
yeah, it's Harry
Yeah.
is the barkeep of the Balding Bard, and he's down there. You make your way down. There's a few patrons down there getting ready to start their morning. Harry is fulfilling orders, whatever else. What do you need from him?
I just want to be like, good morning, Harry. Just, want to let you know the boys and I are going to go on a trip for a little while. We'll be back eventually. I just wanted to let you know and thank you for all you've done by housing us here. It's felt like home.
And he kind of nods to you. He's like, "Of course, Levy. It's always good to have you boys. Anything for Groggart and the Goblin Gazette. Where might you be heading? Just a bit curious."
Oh God, what did the notes say?
Silverridge.
It's been 2 weeks. Sorry.
Silverridge.
Silverridge. Yeah, Silverridge.
Silverridge. I've heard about it. I've never been out there myself, but I've certainly heard about it. Well, good luck on your adventure. Hopefully I'll see you boys back here soon.
See you later.
All right.
Head off.
Make your way. Are you waiting for everyone else, or are you just heading
Yeah,
to the
I'll
Okay.
probably wait for everyone else.
All right, so Elamir, Steelscar, I'm assuming you guys make your way down there as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll make my way down there. If I see Levy already, I'll just group up with him before we take off.
All right.
Tidied up all my business.
All right. So you guys all convene in the main area of the Balding Bard and set out. You guys step outside the Balding Bard. It's a nice morning. It's a little wet. It seemed like it rained a little bit last night. The sun's rising. You can see people are beginning to start their days. And you guys make your way north in... I'll just show you on the map. So you guys are currently here at the Balding Bard. And you're going to make your way up through Shadow's Rest, through Jonan's Walk, to the northern gate of Eserim, which is up here. And as you guys are making your way through, again, you're seeing people, coming out of some of the stores, other inns that are located in Eserim. People are opening the doors to their stores, ready for the day to begin. But for you, it is a different day. It's a day for adventure. And you guys are finally getting the opportunity to leave Eserim. So yes, you guys make your way to the northern gate. Give me 1 second to find my notes. Alright. Alright, so as you get near the northern gate, you spot 2 wagons, as well as an elderly dark-skinned man in bright green colored robes with red trim, and a shorter red-headed man in dark clothing. The older man sits on the wagon reading through a copy of the Goblin Gazette. And you assume these to be the men you were told to meet, Matthew and Joseph. Would you like to approach them?
Sure.
All right. So as you guys approach, the elderly man sees you approaching, and he looks up and he says, "Good morning to you. Are you the boys who are to be providing us protection on our journey to Silverridge?"
If your name's Matthew and his name's Joseph, yes, we are.
"That would be us." And he kind of sets the paper down, and he stands up off the wagon and extends an arm to shake your hands and reaches out to you, Levy, and he goes, yes, so you can call me Matthew or Matthias, whatever you would prefer. He shakes her
Matthias?
hand. Matthias, yes.
Okay.
Can I look at the paper, see if he's reading Levy's article?
You can kind of take a peek. He kind of like folded it when he sat down, but you can tell that it is the latest edition of the Goblin Gazette. And he looks at you, Levy, and says, "And what might your name be?"
I go by Levy.
Levy. That sounds familiar.
Maybe you've read some of the work I've done. I'm a writer for the Goblin Gazette.
And he kind of smiles and picks up the paper, and he's like, Ah, were you the one who wrote the article on the murders in Sunrise?
Yeah, that was me. Yep.
That is a very, very unfortunate business. This city does not need any more murders or anything of such sort. But
No, it does not.
I am glad that you were able to put a stop to it. And I assume these to be your business partners at the Goblin Gazette. Is that correct?
Business partners and friends. Yeah.
All right.
We're
And
buds.
he looks to you, Elamir, and extends his hand. Then what is your name?
Elamir, pleasure to meet you.
Elamir, good to meet you. And what is your name? As he extends his hand to you, Steel Scar.
Steel Scar, pleasure to meet you. And I also extend my hand and shake it.
Steel Scar, it is good to meet you. Well, like I said, my name is Matthew or Matthias, whatever you prefer. And over there is my associate, Joseph. He is busy preparing us for our journey. If you just give us a few minutes, we will be ready to go.
Sure thing.
All right. So you see them kind of finishing up. They're throwing some things on the wagons. Looks like supplies, food, other assortment of things that you might need in a city, such as Silverridge. And after a few minutes, they are ready to go. So there are 2 wagons, and Matthias again walks up to you guys. You guys are kind of just sitting, waiting for them to finish up. And he approaches and says, "All right, so there are 2 wagons. I will be driving the one, and Yosef will be driving the other." And at this point, the red-headed man approaches you guys. And you guys proceed to introduce yourself. This is Yosef. He is a red-headed halfling. He has like freckles all over his face. He's wearing kind of dark leather armor. And he's like, "Pleasure to meet you." And so Matthias is like, "So like I said, we will have 2 wagons. I'm not sure how you would like to best cover the wagons and separate yourselves. I do not know your specialties, although I can tell a bit from the equipment you are wearing. Not sure where you may want to go," as he points to you, Elamir. As you can see, you have a bow. And he says, and kind of looks to you, Steel Scar and Levy. He's like, "I will leave it to you boys to figure out where you would like to position yourselves."
I look at both Elamir and Levy, and I'm like, I'm gonna stay at the front in case anything comes straight at us. I'll take the front.
And you guys will be riding on the wagons. You won't be walking.
Cool.
Just to
Yeah.
clarify.
Steel Sky, where should I go? I leave, protection expertise kind of up to you guys. So,
Well, if you want my opinion, I would recommend Elamir at the back since he can shoot at a distance anything that tries to come behind us. I can take the front and charge forward if need be, and that would put you in the middle, Levy, just in case anything kind of makes it close to us, and you can basically give us support.
sounds great.
But there's 2 carts, so he'd probably need to. He has to be on one of them. I would think
Yeah.
he'd go on the front.
Yeah, he'd go on the front cart, but he'd be sitting in the back of it. I'd be sitting in
Okay.
the front of the first cart.
And I'm just a turret on the back one.
Basically,
Alright, so just so I have it clear, so Elamir is on the back, Steel Scar's on the front, and Elamir's in the middle? Or I'm sorry, Levy's in the middle?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
So basically, Elamir would be in the back, in the second wagon in the back.
Okay.
I'd be in the front of the first one, and Levy would be in the back of the first one.
Okay. Alright, so you guys hop in the wagon. Matthias is piloting the first wagon, and Yosef is driving the second wagon. And he kind of looks over to you, Steel Scar, and he's like, "Are you ready to go?"
Yes, I believe we're ready to go. And I start getting into the cart.
He's like, "All right, then let our journey begin. And may the blessed Mother Miriam smile upon us." And you guys begin to, is he kind of like, hi, to the horse that is leading the first wagon, as you guys begin to make your way outside of the city of Eserim. Here we go. So you make your way out of Eserim, your first foray beyond the city as a party. You can't help but feel a small sense of adventure as you step out into the larger world of Ithane with your companions. The sky above you is clear as the sun begins its climb into the sky. The land surrounding Eserim is mainly rolling hills and farmland. The abundant plain got its name as it is very good farming land. You start as a road that will lead you north of Eserim. Let me change the map so you can actually see where you're going. Oh, wait, I need to change it on Firefox. Alright, so you guys are right here. Oh wait, you can't see I didn't change this stupid little thing.
You didn't.
There we go. I changed it now.
There we go.
There we go. Alright, so you guys are down here in Eserim. Perfect. Alright. Yeah, so you start as the road that will lead you north of Eserim before turning eastward toward the Rivenspire Peaks to Silverridge. You pass by merchants and traders making their way toward Eserim, as well as ships moving along the river as you take a deep breath, preparing yourselves for what comes next. You eventually cross over a large bridge that extends the river that leads into Eserim and start making your way up toward the Rivenspire Peaks. Everyone, go ahead and roll a history check to see what you know about the Rivenspire Peaks.
History check. All right.
A 6.
Okay.
Oh, 14.
4
4.
with a natural 1, but 4.
So the highest was a 14?
14.
Okay.
Yeah, 15 minus 1.
Okay. All right. So Steel Scar, what you know about the Rivenspire Peaks? Sorry, where is it? So basically, it's just kind of a very rocky, craggy area of land. It's not filled with much vegetation or anything like that. It's just very, rocky and craggy. I don't really know a better way to describe it. It's kind of a harsh land or area. And as you guys are kind of making your way away from Eserim, away from the abundant plain, kind of toward the Rivenspire Peaks, you can see as the ground around you begins to change. What was grass is kind of starting to turn into not dirt, but just not much there. Just kind of barely alive grass, browned, not much life here. Is a far cry from the rolling hills and grasslands you've been in the abundant plain. So as you guys are making your way up, Matthias kind of looks over at you, Steel Scar, and even Levy, free to hear, and he just kind of starts talking to you guys. And he's like, "Have you been in the Rivenspire Peaks before?"
Not at all. I've heard about it back when I was in the military. They told us about a lot of different places, sent us out, but I've never myself been out there. All I know is that it's very dry land. Probably, I believe it's harsh conditions for vegetation, unlike Eserim. But besides that, I have no real idea about it.
I haven't heard anything, and I've never been here.
What can you tell us about it? About this place we're going to? Oh, we can't.
His mic died.
Yeah, his mic died.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Rest in pieces.
Guys, we're hijacking the podcast.
All right, this is now
Adventure
a
with disadvantage.
yeah. The disadvantage is we don't know what the DM is telling us.
That's a huge disadvantage.
We can read lips, but not perfectly.
Usually only when he's cussing at us.
Nope.
The 20 that I rolled a nat 1 is in dice jail now.
Yeah, I have my other.
Nat 1.
I am bringing out my other D20s just in case my green one deceives me.
I'm
Because
telling you,
never
that
know.
blue D, what did I say, the blue D8 or
Yeah,
D10?
but D8, but I don't use a D8. That's the problem.
Gotta find an excuse for it.
Can you hear me now?
I've blessed
Uh,
it from over the internet.
Hello, hello.
I mean,
Do you hear me now?
one's zero. Andrew actually like
Can you guys
has
hear me now?
D8 inspiration. I think he gets it as a
Can you
bard.
hear me? I'm
No, we
I
assuming
have
can't
it
hear
now.
What the heck?
Oh yeah.
you. Can't hear you, Carthus.
What the heck?
Sir DM,
Oh my god.
no voice.
Silent Scott.
Silent Scott.
Well, it looks like the stream froze. Oh, no, it didn't.
No.
No, it didn't.
This is a challenge I was not prepared for.
None
Yeah.
of us were.
Are you gonna try and mime it, maybe?
Yeah. We're walking.
I don't know any idea what the issue is.
It just suddenly gave out.
Hello,
That's
hello, hello, hello.
kind of. That's
I
bad.
wonder what happened.
I know.
Wait. On the stream, I can hear you.
You can hear me on the stream?
Oh, is Discord maybe just cut out?
Your Discord pooped. You've been talking the whole time.
Yeah. so you can hear him on the stream, but not on Discord.
Yeah, I unmuted it for a second, and he was really quiet, but
What the heck? I have no idea what to do.
technology, man.
Leave and come back to the call quickly. Maybe that'll fix it. Who knows? Just a suggestion. It's over. He's gone. Oh, he's back.
Can you hear me
Exposed.
Yes.
Yep.
now? What the heck? Okay. Whatever.
Yeah,
So I
your
asked him
Discord
what
just
he
died.
knew about Rivenspire.
The Rivenspire Peaks.
Yeah, Rivenspire Peaks.
All right, well, that's weird for everybody who sat there listening to that on the stream. Okay, I was so confused because I kept trying to tell, like, he was trying to talk and you guys kept talking over him. I'm like, are you not hearing me? Like, come on. Okay, so you'd asked him what he knew about the Rivenspire Peaks. All right. He's like, ah, yes, it reminds me much of my homeland in the Dune Sea. It is a harsh and unforgiving place. But there is beauty in that. There is beauty in difficulty, in struggle. After all, life is a struggle. And I'm sure you all have dealt with things in your lives that were not easy, that were a struggle, things that you had to fight to overcome. That fight sharpens us and molds us. Without adversity and without struggle, we would be but a dull blade, unfit for the challenges to come. And though this land may seem harsh, there is beauty in it. And don't forget that. Even though we may face unsavory things on this journey.
What kind of unsavory things?
It's like, well, I will be honest with you. It has been about 2 or 3 months since Yosef and I made the journey to Silverridge. In the past, though, we have dealt with a multitude of different creatures. Harpies, peritons, all sorts of strange creatures. The occasional giant, although we've only ever seen one, we've never actually encountered one, luckily. But yes, those are the sorts of creatures that we have run into before. But you never know what you'll find.
Well, hopefully this is a smooth and easy trip. We know we're here to protect, but if we can avoid any conflict, it'll be smoother for everybody. But if it comes down to it, we're ready.
He says, I agree with that. It would make this journey much easier, and I can sleep better tonight knowing that I don't have to deal with any creatures on the road. And he kind of like looks back and sees your sword, and he says, are you a sword fighter, Steel Scout?
Of course, been practicing the art of the sword my whole life. As long as I can remember, since before my military days.
Ah, then it seems that we walk a similar path, or have in the past. I too spent many years studying the blade. But that was many, many years ago.
Of course.
What made you want to become a driver?
It was like perhaps I may be willing to share that with you at a later date, but I think right now I will keep that a surprise and keep that to myself. Just know that I miss the days of studying the blade, and I had to find something to fill that time. But let us continue our journey forward and pray that we don't find anything in our path. And so with that, he kind of like, hit the horses, and you guys kind of pick up speed. Pick up where we were. All right, so you guys continue traveling through the. All right, so you continue traveling through the Rivenspire Peaks for a few hours. Just kind of the monotonous sound of horse hooves upon the path at times almost kind of like lulls you to sleep. But you stay alert, keeping an eye out for anything unusual. And the area is filled with kind of rocky formations reaching up toward the sky. Again, the vegetation is kind of sparse. You see a handful of bushes here and there, and maybe a tree that has a few remaining leaves on it. It seems the vegetation here has adapted to survive, or the only things that are still here are those that were able to survive in this climate. Or not climate, but this kind of, dry, kind of arid area. So at this point, you guys keep going until Steelscar and Levy. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Perception check. Yes, sir. 17.
17. All right.
I am a 12.
12. All right. Steelscar, so as you guys are going, you see up ahead, kind of the path kind of curves, left and right, kind of going up the hill, and you eventually up ahead as it kind of flattens out, you see a wagon, probably about 100 feet ahead of you guys, just kind of sitting off to the side of the road.
All right, who's the one? The driver is Matthias, right?
Matthias is the one driving, yes.
I go to Matthias, and I'm like, about 100 feet up ahead, there's a wagon on the side of the road. Maybe we want to go with caution and see if there's no issues.
That is interesting. Are you suggesting I stop or just continue at a slower pace?
I would suggest maybe we tread lightly, just to make sure that we all go through this unscathed. Never know what could be up ahead.
All right. I will do that. And he kind of moves a little slower, just so you guys can kind of keep an eye on what's going on around you. But you guys are kind of closing up on the wagon, and you kind of it's 50 feet, 40, 30.
I keep an eye out on all my surroundings, making sure everything's in the clear.
Okay. Go ahead.
Can I
another perception?
prepare a Eldritch Blast to just in case something needs to happen and react with it?
Oh yeah, I do share this information with them so they know.
Okay, so Elamir, there's it's been passed along to the back wagon about it, what's going on. So as you guys get closer, actually, Steelstar, go ahead and roll a perception check again, since you were wanting to keep an eye out for anything.
9.
9. Okay, yeah, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. Just you see the wagon on the path, and you see kind of off to the side of the path, as you guys are basically on top of the wagon at this point, kind of like what looks like some sort of drop off into some part of a lower valley or something like that. And so you guys get closer, and as you get closer, you can see that the wagon looks completely undamaged. There's nothing that seems very odd about it. It just is a wagon sitting there. It's closed up, but it doesn't seem to have any damage, or from what you can tell, it doesn't seem like there's anybody there either.
Is it attached to any horses or anything, or is it just the wagon itself?
It's just the wagon itself. There's I don't know what you call it, but a thing there where a horse would sit, but there's no horse.
Okay.
Can I check for trucks?
You want to hop out of the wagon?
Sure.
Okay. So you guys kind of hear behind you, feet hitting the ground as Elamir hops out of his wagon and kind of moves up toward the wagon. Go ahead and roll a investigate, or what is traps? Yeah, I think it's investigation.
Traps or tracks? He said.
Oh, did you say
Tracks.
Wait, sorry.
Tracks.
CK.
Tracks. Okay, go ahead and roll a survival check then.
Okay.
That's a first.
Survival. That is a 17.
Nice.
17. Okay, you can see
Survivor.
what looks like. Sorry. You see 3 footprints leading away from this wagon that seem to kind of be stuck in the dirt. One or 2 of them you can kind of tell look human-ish. Not tell you sure exactly. The other one's a bit bigger. You think maybe a dwarf or something like that. And they are heading away from the wagon off toward that kind of drop-off that I was referring to.
Okay.
I yelled at Elamir. Everything all right out there?
Yeah, it seems like 3 people. So you said they're going away from the
Yes, moving
the
away
wagon.
from the wagon, yes.
towards the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I relay that. While I'm near the wagon, do I see any like cargo inside of it?
Go ahead and roll an investigation check, see what you can find.
Where is it? A 10.
10. Okay, so there's like the wagon's kind of covered in the back, so you kind of like hop, peer into the back, and you can see what looks like some supplies. And as you kind of look around, you see just some travel supplies, rations. You see a lot of cloth in the back of this wagon, kind of fine silks, as well as some like tailoring supplies back there.
Okay. I'll relay that to the drivers and ask if what they would prefer to do with it. If we want to pick it up, leave it as is.
Alright, so as you kind of turn around to speak to Matthias and Josef to see what they'd like to do, you guys all hear this kind of noise rising. Very faint at first, but begins to rise. It's kind of this just beautiful melody that you guys are hearing kind of coming off from the direction of the drop-off that you guys were seeing. Again, it kind of starts low and kind of rises. I need everyone to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
I am none the wiser.
Oof.
Would this be considered a charm?
Yes, it would.
Okay, so I have advantage on those.
Oh, wait.
17.
Okay. What did everyone
7.
7.
Ooh.
All right. What'd you get, Steel Scar?
16.
Okay. So Levy, you got a 7, Elamir 17, Steel Scar 16, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so Elamir and Steel Scar, you guys hear this melody, and Levy, you hear this melody, and it just is absolutely gorgeous, and you just feel your body just almost as if on his own kind of climb out of the wagon and start making its way toward. And as you are doing that, you see Josef climbing off of the wagon as well, making his way toward. As you see these 2 beautifully just figures kind of rise up from that drop-off, standing in front of you, kind of hovering in the air, majestic and angelically, as you guys just begin to make your way toward these figures. Steel Scar and Elamir, what you guys see, as Levy and Josef hop off, you see what look like 2 just hideous and just bird-like creatures kind of flapping their wings, rising from this drop-off, singing this song that just now, what started off as beautiful, turned into this discordant kind of screeching noise as Levy and Josef begin to make their way toward it. And at that point, you hear in the background as Matthias shouts, he's like, "Oh, God, boys, prepare yourself. It's some harpies. And at that point, everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
All right. Hey, 19, 21.
6.
15.
All right. Let me keep track of it. All right, what did you get, Elamir? Actually, let's do the roll. 25 to 20, anyone?
21.
21, okay. 20 to 15.
15.
Okay. And then 15 to 10.
Nope.
Nope.
What'd you get?
6.
6. All right.
Ooh.
And actually, let me roll for. All right. So, Steel Scar, you're the first to act as you see these two figures kind of floating right on the edge there of that drop-off. As Levy and Yosef begin to make their way toward it, they probably made their way probably about 20 feet off the wagon, moving toward, just kind of not stopping, just continuing to drive toward this voice that they're hearing.
How fast are we moving?
You are moving. Actually, I'll say it wasn't 20 feet. I'd say you were able to just kind of get off the wagon. So I'd say you're about 5 feet from the wagon at this point. But you were moving your full speed. You want to get to these beautiful figures. So first up is Steel Scar. What do you want to do?
How far are they from me?
Who's
The
they?
harpies. The harpies.
They are probably about 35 feet from the harpies.
No, me. I'm about 35 feet from the harpies.
You were still on the wagon. I don't think you hopped off, did you?
No. So, would you say you said Yosef and Levy are the ones that are walking towards them, right?
Yes.
Or was it? Okay, so who would you say is Levy or Yosef closer?
Levy would be closer since he was in your wagon.
All right, so what I want to do is I want to hop off and I want to get to Levy and try to like hold him in place so he doesn't walk forward anymore. Since
Okay.
the hunters are kind of far away from me, kind of like grapple him in place.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. So I need you guys to make a grapple. I always forget the rules for grapple. Hold on.
Is that a strength?
think
I would
it's-
use a
it's
strength.
he can either use acrobatics or strength, or
Athletics.
it's acrobatics or athletics. So whatever
Yeah.
is best, and whoever gets the highest roll. So Steel Scar, you're probably gonna do athletics.
27. No, 26. Sorry.
You want me to roll 2?
Yep, you gotta roll Levy.
26.
I rolled I roll a 2, and I have a +4 in acrobatics.
Okay. So Levy,
6.
you are just making your way toward these beautiful figures as you feel Steel Scar run up and just kind of grab hold of you and kind of.
What are you doing, man?
I kind of like grab him. I want to say I kind of grab him back here, like, "Hey, where you going, buddy? Like, where are you
They're
going?"
beautiful. Can you not see them? They're gorgeous. Their
They're
song they're
hideous.
singing,
They're
dude.
hideous.
To each his own. They are gorgeous.
That
Alright.
screeching is unbearable.
All right, so Steel Scar, is there anything you'd like to do on your turn other than that, or is that it?
An unarmed strike would be like kind of like that would still be an action, right?
Yeah, I don't think you could.
No, I
you
can't do it as a bonus action.
If you want, if you want
No.
to try smacking him, you can.
Yeah, I just want to like smack him
Give him a
across the
smack.
face.
Okay,
Yeah, hopefully like knock him out of his
Break the
trance.
trance.
that's fine. All right, so you just kind of smack him in the side of the head. All right, so after Steel Scar, it is Levy's turn. Levy, you try to escape Steel Scar's grapple. So go ahead and make an athletics check again, or acrobatics for you.
Would I roll again too?
I'm
14.
trying to see real quick. Yeah, so you'd roll again, Steel Scar, to see if you can hold him in place.
All right. I rolled an 11, but it's 18 total.
Okay.
Oof.
So Levy, you try and wiggle, and you just like kick in. Like, you just can't get out. The steel scar is holding you tight.
Can I try and break free of the charm?
Yep. So at the end of your turn, you get to attempt to break free.
Cool. Alright, using a different die this time.
Good luck.
Alright, and you said wisdom saving?
Yes.
16.
16. Okay, so you know, this, what was this beautiful figure in your mind, you just suddenly see this kind of like transform to this mottled bird-like woman, something floating there in the air, and what was once a beautiful song turns into some discordant, just catastrophe, especially for you as a bard. Just, it's hideous as you come to realization.
Oh god! Steel scar, you can let go. You can let go. They're ugly. They're ugly.
All right. Next up are the harpies.
Oh, no.
Oh, I said the name. Oh well, you figured that out. All right.
Yeah,
so
as soon as you said.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, Matthias
Yosef
said it.
Yeah,
They're
Matthias
one of
said
them,
it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, he did. That's true. Matthias said it. I'm sorry. All right. So the one harpy is going to start singing a song as well. So the one was singing a song. Now the other begins to sing a song. So I need everyone to make another wisdom saving throw.
Oof.
Oh my god.
Oh,
okay.
no.
19.
Natural 1.
I'm so
Natural
wise.
You too?
So
Mm-hmm.
Levy and Steel Scar, you both failed.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's going to jail. Next
All
die.
right, and okay. All right, so Levy, you, the one was just, she was hideous, but her friend,
She's a babe.
she's a babe.
Damn.
Can you hook me up with your friend there?
In Steel Scar, what was once a hideous song, you hear another one rising, and you're like, oh, that one's good, and you see this beautiful just figure floating there on the edge of this drop off, waiting for you, beckoning you to come to her. So
This is
that
how we
will
die.
be the creatures. 1 second, I just want to make sure. Okay, and they just kind of hang there on the drop-off, waiting for you to come to them. Next up is Yosef and Matthias, both act at the same time. So Matthias starts making his way. He's a halfling, so he's moving a little slower as Matthias dives off the wagon and runs up and try and grab Yosef, very similar to what Steel Scar did. So we're going to roll for them. Matthias is able to grab hold of Yosef, and you just hear Yosef like shouting. He's like, "Come on, man! Come on! Don't you see them?" He's just like shouting at them. And so say Yosef will try and escape since they're on the same turn, and Matthias holds him. So Yosef is trying to move forward, but Matthias is holding him tight. Elamir, you are up. Oh,
All
actually,
right,
I'm sorry. Hold on. Yosef gets to roll. And he does break free. And so you hear kind of that clarity come to Yosef. And he's like, oh, they're harpies. And you just hear Matthias like, I told you so. All right, Elamir, your turn.
Okay. The first one that starts singing, I'm going to try to shoot with an arrow.
Okay.
And I rolled high 26.
That is it.
All right. I gotta remember how. Okay. So 1d8 is 4. So that's 8. And then my bonus action of another is 2. So 10 damage total.
10 damage total. Okay, sorry, I'll just read something.
Yeah.
All right, so the first one. All right, so you.
And then I'm actually gonna shoot a second arrow at the same one.
Okay. So you pull an arrow back, shoot, and it just kind of hits the first one as it lets out a. And go ahead and shoot
the
the second. Or I'm sorry, shoot your second
Second one
shot.
was 16.
That is a hit.
Okay. So it's 11. Do I get a bonus action for my second attack as well?
No, you only get a bonus action. On
Okay,
turn.
just one. That is fine. So that is an additional 11.
So you hear again as this arrow just pierces the harpy and lets out another screech. And so we are back at the top to Steel Scar.
I guess before that, I'll kind of move back 15 feet.
Off the wagon? Or I guess you're off the wagon. You were off the wagon.
Back towards the group.
Okay. All right, so you're moving back toward them. Okay. So Steel
Just
Scar,
in case I get
you are
charmed.
up. At this point, you move... Let's see. I think you move your
I have 30.
full speed,
Yeah, I
but
have
that's just
30.
your movement, and you have an action, my friend, as you go charging right off the edge of that cliff toward the beautiful harpies who are floating just in the air beyond you. Give me 1 second
Yes.
to look up what falling damage will be.
And he's dead.
Can he like Roadrunner and like come back?
All right, here we go. So you guys watch as Steel Scar just moves right, just kind of like books it right off the edge of this drop off. So you're gonna take. Oh my god! I wish I could show you guys. My dice just landed. My D6 landed like on a side. So weird. All right, Steel Scar, you take 14 damage as you walk right off the edge of this drop off and fall 40 feet down, landing on the ground with a crunch as your armor just crunches beneath your bones.
How far was it from me to the harpies, though?
To the harpies?
Or was it like right there?
So you have 30 feet of movement, but that's just movement.
Yeah.
You're using your full turn to move toward them, which means you can take the dash action, which you are.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's what I wanted to make sure.
Yep. And go ahead at the end of your turn. Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw. And
18.
18. All right. So as you just land on the ground, you get that clarity, and you're like, you are pissed. As you look up,
I
and
am.
40 feet above you, these two harpies are just floating in the air. Next up is Levy. Levy, you go charging right behind Steel Scar.
Woo.
As you go marching right off the edge of the cliff as well. Let's see.
Don't worry, guys. I'll protect the wagon.
Levy, you walk right off the edge, taking 18 points of damage as you fall right down onto the ground, right like next to Steel Scar, with a nice crunch. Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw.
16.
16. You also get the clarity as you look up and are just pissed at these two harpies that made you just walk off a cliff. They're ugly too. They're not even pretty anymore.
I'm just looking up and I'm like, son of a bitch.
All right. At that point, it is the harpies. The one that is, let me see. So the first one that Elamir attacked floats down toward you guys on the ground there, and it is going to make an attack against you, Steel Scar, as you are laying on the ground.
Alright.
It's going to have advantage because you're on the ground. So it's going to be a... Where is it? 18 to hit.
It hits.
Okay. So you take 6 points of slashing damage as it slashes you.
Alright.
And it's also rolled a 19 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Alright. You're going to take 5 points of slashing damage. And the other one is going to stay up top and continue to sing its song. Actually, no, I think everyone at this point who was charmed is not charmed anymore. Alright.
Yeah.
So the one that was up there as well is going to come down and attack Levy.
Yay.
What's your AC?
15.
Okay. First attack's going to miss. Second is a crit.
Oh boy.
Alright, so you're going to take 13 points of slashing damage.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Doing all right
actually,
there,
I did
buddy?
the math wrong. It's 11 points of slashing damage, sorry.
Okay,
Alright.
I'm barely alive.
All right, it's Yosef's turn. As he goes, you get Elamir. You see as he charges up toward the edge of the cliff, and peers over. He pulls out a short bow that he was carrying, and he aims down and is going to take a shot. And he rolls a natural 1. All right, so Levy and Steel Scar,
God damn it,
you watch
Joseph.
as an arrow just goes ting right on the ground near you guys as the harpies look up. Next up is Yosef, who runs up to where, next up is Matthias, who runs up to where Yosef is. And he kind of looks down and looks around for a second as he finds a path downward, and he goes charging down. So he's making his way down, and he has 2 swords drawn as he's running down. Next up is Elamir.
All right, so I will move to the cliffside as well.
Okay.
And I'll target the first one I was still shot at last turn.
Okay. Go ahead and shoot.
And that's not gonna work. So that first one was a 10.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
Okay, so I'll use my second attack. And that one was a 26.
That is a hit.
Okay. And then we have 6 damage plus my bonus action of 5, so 11 total.
11 damage. All right. So you hit the harpy as you hear another. And it lets out a screech. That one's starting to look hurt, but it is still alive and kicking. At this point, we go back to the top with Steel Scar. Steel Scar, you look up as you see the 2 harpies slashing at you and Levy on the ground. What would you like to do?
I am gonna have my movement to stand up.
Okay.
Are they're in range of me, right?
Yeah, they're right on top of you guys.
All right, so I am, as a bonus action, I'm gonna use my fighting spirit,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hit the one that hit me.
Okay. That was the.
It's the hurt one.
Yeah, it was the hurt one. So
Yes,
the one that
and
wasn't hitting.
I'm gonna swing at it with advantage, and I'm gonna do Great Weapon Master.
Okay.
All right. Oh, that's great. Oh, that I got a natural 1, but I also got a 19 plus 2 because 7 minus 5, so 21 to hit.
That is a hit.
All right.
Do you have something where you get to reroll ones? I know you kept mentioning you forgot to do that.
No, I do. That's on
on
damage, not
damage.
attacks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's
Just
on damage.
making sure. I'm learning.
Uh, 11 plus 4, that's 15 plus 10, 25 damage for the first hit.
Jeez.
You carve this harpy in half, just diagonally straight down, as it just lets out this screech and just falls to the ground, dead.
All right, I am gonna move up to the next harpy,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use my second attack to hit it,
Okay.
and it's still with advantage since I've activated my fighting spirit.
Are you doing great weapon?
Natural 20.
Were you doing
No.
great?
Hey.
No,
No, you weren't gonna
I
do
didn't
it?
call it. I didn't call it, and I already rolled it, so
No,
no.
that's fine.
I'm,
All right.
I'm not gonna
Man
be
of
that guy.
integrity.
I would give it to you. I was assuming. To me, the
All
assumption
right,
is if you're
'cause-
using fighting spirit, you're using great weapon master. That's kind of the whole point.
Yeah, I am. All
That's
right, I'll
Add
take
it. I don't care.
You're just gonna cleave it. It's fine.
So roll 2 and then double it, right?
Yeah, so you're gonna roll your weapon damage, and then you add the 10 on top of that, and you add your strength.
All right. Yeah. Let me,
So your weapon
Let me get
damage
another
times 2.
and then my modifiers afterwards. All right. So, ooh, I get to reroll that 1. So 9, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 32 damage on that harpy.
32 damage. All right, you run up, just pissed, furious at these stupid harpies, as you just carve the one. It lets out a shrill squeak shriek as it is still alive, but it is hurt. You seem to have just like carved into some of its flesh, like you just see blood pouring off of it, but it is still up. Next up, or is there anything you'd like to do, or is that it?
That is the end of my turn.
All right, Levy, you're up.
All right, I'm standing up.
Okay.
Ugh. And let's see. I guess I could just Eldritch Blast it right here.
It is right on top of you, so you would have disadvantage.
Got it. Okay. YOLO, I guess.
Okay.
So for the first beam, that would be a 14.
That's a hit.
Okay, and that does 1d10. That is 1 damage. So that one gives me 1.
Nice.
Hit for 1 damage. Second beam. That the lowest was a 24,
That's a hit.
and that's 4 damage.
4 damage. All right.
And then I'm gonna bonus action Bardic Inspiration on. Can I get Elamir from here?
What's the range on Bardic Inspiration?
60 feet.
Yeah, I'd say you can see him up there.
Okay, then I'll inspire him and be like, Elamir, this one.
All right, so Levia, you reach out and just shoot 2 beams at this harpy as it lets out another shriek. Next up is the harpy. Seeing its situation looking a bit dire, it's going to attempt to get out of here. It is going to use its action to disengage. So make sure I get my action economy right. Don't jack up anything. So I believe it just means it gets to move away without.
Yeah, if you disengage as an action, you can move without taking an opportunity attack.
Okay, yeah, so it doesn't work. Okay, so it's going to disengage and start flying just away from you guys in the opposite direction. So next up is Yosef. So Yosef, seeing it start to fly away, pulls back his short bow. He's going to take another shot. That is going to be a 20, not natural. Image. Alright, so he shoots as he hits this harpy in the back and lets out another shriek, but it is still moving away. And next up is Matthias, who makes his way down toward you guys as the harpies continue to fly away. Elamir, it's your turn.
All right, I'll try to finish it with the bow.
Okay.
First one is a 15.
That's a hit.
All right. And then that is 10 damage plus 7, 17.
How do you want to do this?
Just sort of like, it's flying away, so kind of calculate the trajectory, just lob it up and
Okay.
hope to hit it in its
Alright.
back as it's flying away.
All right, so you guys watch as the harpies, you think for a moment it's getting away, as you just hear like this doom as the arrow goes shooting in the air. As Elamir calculated the trajectory, it goes flying, arcs, comes right down and just hits the harpy in the back of the head as it's just kind of face in the dirt and just kind of slides forward for a moment, stopping. You guys have
And then I
defeated
fist bump
the
Yosef next to
harpies.
me. That's my bow brother.
There you go. All right. Good job.
Success.
Those things suck.
I look at 11 like, you all right?
Yeah, I'll be okay. Just need to rest on the cart a little bit.
Is there a way back up top?
Sorry, I'm fixing the music. What'd you say?
Yeah,
Is there
there's
a
a
way
path
back up
that
top?
Matthias took.
Yeah, Matthias took there's a path off to the side that leads down.
All right.
Sorry, I would fix the music. I forgot to pick out adventuring music. I meant to do that. I forgot to do it. So we're sticking with this.
You're okay.
Before I go up, I want to take like a candle out of my bag and like wad up some of the wax and just put it in each of my ears so I don't have to hear any of this shit anymore.
Okay. All right. So as you guys kind of collect yourselves, just kind of like looking at each other, Matthias comes running up, Yosef as well, and you guys are talking over. Oh, are you okay? You do see behind you what looks like a small cave-like structure in that drop-off that you guys felt. Just kind of sitting probably about 10 feet up from the ground. Your best guess is this maybe where the harpies were staying or something like that.
Is there any loot?
If you'd like to climb up there, you can take a look.
Yeah, might as well just while we're here down here. I'll do it on my way back up, kind of thing, I guess.
So it's you're gonna have to try and climb from the bottom. It's not like connected to the pathway up.
Okay.
I look at Levin and I'm like, you need a boost up there, you know, kind of like how you boost someone up by the feet.
Throws him up.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Go ahead and make an athletics check with advantage.
Sweet.
Can I maybe do like a nature check and see if I know like what's common for how many harpies stick together?
Mm-hmm. Sure. Go ahead and roll a nature
19.
check. 19. Okay.
Okay, I got a 15.
All right. So Elamir, you know that harpies, they kind of stay together in small clusters. Anywhere from between like 2 to 6 harpies typically. For like a smaller something like this, if it's a big colony, it can be quite larger, but smaller groups, probably about 2 to 6 is what you know. So Levi, you're able to kind of like pull your, with the Steel Scar's help, you're able to pull yourself up and kind of climb into this small outcropping that you're seeing in this drop off. What you can see, or what you first notice, is the smell of just rotting flesh or something. It just kind of stinks in here. And as you kind of look around, you see what looks like the remains of some bodies that were dragged in here and eaten by the harpies.
Do they look fresh?
They're looking a few days old, maybe. You're not sure exactly. Actually, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Don't fail me now. Investigation 10.
10. Okay. Yeah, you think they've been here for just a few days. You can't really tell much more than that, but yeah.
Okay.
But you look around as well. So that was just on the bodies. Go ahead and roll an investigation check if you want to look around. You said you want to see if there's any loot or anything.
Yeah. Any loot or anything? Oh, that's a natural 1. I'm gonna find shit.
Yeah,
I'm just grossed out.
You're kind of grossed out by the bodies that are up here, not really wanting to look too much around.
How many bodies are there? Can I tell that?
There look to be 3.
Okay. So then I can probably make the assumption that it was the 3 people from the other cart.
That's your guess, yes.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Based off of my previous nature check, do I know that harpies are kind of, I don't know, do they care about loot? Are they more kind of like beastly than, I don't know, if you know what I'm saying?
You know that harpies take trophies or trinkets from their victims typically. And if their victims don't have anything of value, maybe, they take something from their body, sort of thing. Kind of a memento of some sort.
Glad we killed him.
Alright, well then I'll leave, because not finding anything, and I'm kind of grossed out in here, so...
Okay.
We found out what happened to the bodies.
Alright, so you kind of peek out as Joseph and Matthias and them ask if you find anything up there?
Yeah, seems to be the other caravan that was traveling through. 3 bodies in here, whole lot of gross.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Right. Well, guess we can get back on the road.
Yep.
All
so, how do I get out of here? What can I see to get out of here?
You can just kind of climb down.
Okay.
There's only 10 feet up, so you can make your way down.
Cool.
It's not difficult. Okay, so you guys make your way out as you guys climb up the path that led down, make your way back toward the wagon.
Let's sort of ask him again before we were so rudely interrupted if there's anything we can do with the goods sitting in the empty caravan.
And as you get closer, Joseph is like, well, they certainly aren't going to need them. Let me see if we have some room in our wagon. As he kind of goes to the back and starts looking around. He's like, why don't you take a look, see what you can find in there, anything of value, and bring it over.
Can I help him with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'm guessing
I'm,
it's a.
I'm gonna be standing right behind them, like waiting to see if they need help just carrying anything out of there.
Okay.
Investigation?
Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation.
Okay, 17.
17. Okay. So yeah, like I said, you saw what looked like just some cloth, fine silks, travel supplies, rations, some tailoring supplies. The things that look of most value would be the cloth and the fine silks. But you also find, as you're kind of like rummaging through, starting to move stuff out, you find a brown satchel that was in a kind of set off by itself, with kind of some gold stitching running down the top flap. And it actually has, the stitching is in Elvish. And as you take a look, assuming you can read Elvish,
I can. As an elf.
yes, you can read that it says to hold your abundant success. Is all it says.
Okay, so I definitely want that. Do I perceive that they would be offended if I just kept this and gave them the normal goods?
I mean, as far as you know, they don't know about it.
Okay. So I'd like to tuck it away in my backpack and then just give them the cloths and things.
Okay. I mean, again, based off what Yosef said, you don't know that he would necessarily be mad, since at this point the stuff was lost here anyways. They don't know who the people were, kind of thing. Alright, so you're going to tuck it away, you said?
Yeah, I just don't want them to necessarily take claim to it.
Okay. Alright, so you go ahead and actually roll sleight of hand with advantage, since you're kind of doing this in the wagon and they're kind of busy.
Okay.
Since I'm assisting him, do I see him do this or no?
I would say he wasn't being sneaky about when he was looking for the thing, and since you're back there helping, I'd say you would have seen it. Unless you were trying to hide it.
Nope, it's more just keeping it away from the...
Yeah.
Yeah. So 15 was my higher roll.
Okay. So you kind of like, put it in one of your own bags, discreetly, and make your way out.
So, Elamir, anything you need me to carry back?
Just whatever of these silks and goods that they can fit in their cart.
So, I'll just start off by grabbing as much of the silks as I can and start carrying them back.
All right. For the sake of brevity, we'll say you guys load up your the second wagon with the silks and cloth that you guys were able to find. As Matthias and Yosef kind of like look around and see if there's any markings or anything on the wagons, but they seem to kind of come up empty-handed as to who this might have been owned by. So, I mean, as far as they're concerned, as you're concerned, there's not, if you don't take it, it's just going to sit here, kind of thing. All right. At that point, Matthias is like, well, if you are ready to go, we can continue on our journey.
Let's go.
Right.
Let's go.
Can I short rest in the cart on the way?
Yes, you can if you'd like to heal yourself.
And use Song of Rest for everyone with my flute
All right.
that I'm amazingly playing for once.
There you go. So as you guys are continuing on your journey, Levy is playing a nice melodic song. For those of you who are spinning hit dice, I believe you get an extra d6. Is that what it is, or is it increased?
I'm trying to look what it was. 1d6 extra.
Okay.
Yep.
So go ahead and spend whatever hit dice you want to spend to heal yourself up. All right. So you guys move forward on the path for a few hours. At this point, the sun is kind of high in the sky. Seems to be past noon. The path begins to curve around mountains. You guys are just kind of keeping an eye out. Surprised that those harpies did more damage to you than you were expecting. But just enjoying not having to do anything. You guys have been, since you guys have kind of gotten together, you've been busy the entire time solving stuff. And just, kind of busy. And so, pick up where I left off. So the path basically continues to rise up into the Rivenspire Peaks. And you reach a point where, to your right, you're seeing this kind of rise, right? It's kind of going up off to the side, and to your left, you can see as it's kind of this sheer drop off down below as the wagons are kind of like weaving their way around this path. You just kind of like, if you're scared of heights, it kind of like makes you kind of like, ooh, kind of lean back from the side as it's quite a few 100 feet drop down this steep incline. And so you guys just continue on the path. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Any of us?
Everybody?
You guys, all of you can go ahead and roll it.
Perception, you said?
Yep. Because I'm assuming you guys are sitting here on watch the entire
Of course.
time.
Natural 20, baby.
Nice.
I have
Gotta make up for the nat 1. It's still in jail too. My that die.
All right, so Levy or
23.
Okay. Elamir,
10.
10. Steel Scar.
Natural 20.
Well, what is it? You don't have anything in perception? It's just a 20.
Nope.
Okay.
Just a 20.
All right.
Plus.
So, you guys are just kind of sitting there. Elamir, you're looking over the edge, kind of like pulling back from the edge, kind of freaked out. As Levy and Steel Scar, you guys are kind of sitting there, and what you hear to your right, kind of up the hills, you kind of hear this doom, doom, kind of cracking noise. As you look up, as a large boulder comes flying toward the wagon. The wagon in front, actually. What would you like to do?
I would like
let
to
me
tell-
roll. Let me roll for Matthias and Yosef real quick. Okay. They also notice. So as they
I
kinda
just
see
tell
the wagon-
Matthias, step on it. We gotta move fast.
This music is not conducive to this.
This is so calming.
I know. Here, let me go back to the skirmish music again. All right, so Matthias and Yosef kind of like look up, and you just hear like, "Oh my god!" And then they just kind of take off. Let me roll.
Can I try and blast it with an Eldritch Blast as we go, just to try to like delay it a bit?
You can try.
Can try. What do you want me to roll? Like a to hit,
roll
basically?
An attack. Yeah, see if you can hit it.
Okay. So first beam, that would be a 23.
That's a hit.
And then you want me to roll damage?
Okay.
9.
Okay.
Second attack. That is a... What is that? 12? 12.
That's a hit.
Cool. It's a rock, I guess.
Yeah, it's a rock.
4 damage.
4 damage. All right. So, Levy, you reach over and just shoot your Eldritch Blast as these 2 beams goes flying to the rock and hit it as it kind of carves out pieces, but the rock keeps going, and it like right before it hits you guys' wagon, it kind of hits this kind of rock on the hill as it careens off target, missing you guys. At this point, everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh. I
Is
know
the
what
rock
we're
alive?
fighting.
Oh no, my initiative.
And,
19.
yeah, okay, here. All right. So, all right.
Do we have a map?
Nice. Nope, no map. I just was
Okay.
going to tell you something else.
Theater of the mind, baby.
That's right.
I like it. I like it.
I just feel it here
Yes.
in my brain.
All right, 25 to 20. No one. 20 to 15.
19.
All right, 15 to 10.
10.
13.
Okay. What you do kind of hear up above, you just hear this kind of noise up ahead, or kind of
Oh boy.
up the hill. It looks so Yosef and Matthias are up first, so they just press on it. They're driving these wagons, and so they are just driving as fast as they can up this path. So they're doing that. Oh, let me roll for them. Okay. Elamir, you're up.
All right, so I can see the thing or just hear it?
So you look up. Go ahead and make a perception check as you're kind of looking up to see what's doing this.
Okay. Do I still have inspiration?
No.
10 minutes, so probably
Yeah, it's
not.
10 minutes.
No. Okay. Then just an 8.
An 8. Okay. It's fairly obvious what's going on, even with your relatively low check. You can see a large figure standing at the top of this cliff, probably about 100 feet up, that just seems to be picking up boulders and heaving it down at you guys. What would you like to do?
All right. It's still within range, so I'd like to try to shoot it.
Okay, go ahead and shoot.
Crit.
Nice. All right, so that'll be weapon damage times 2, and then add whatever else you're doing. And I guess
Okay.
would your planar warrior thing be part of the crit?
It's a bonus action.
Okay, probably not then. No,
Okay.
I don't think it would be.
So I roll it twice and then add my modifier?
No, so you roll weapon damage. Just do a normal roll, and you multiply the dice by 2.
Okay. So then in that case, it's a 12 plus 4. So 16. And then I'll do my planar warrior. And that's 1. So 17 damage for the first shot.
Okay.
I'd like to shoot again.
Okay.
And that time is a 17.
That is a hit.
Okay. And then that is an additional 10 damage.
Okay. That. All right, so you're sitting on the back of the wagon, just standing up, taking shots at this large creature at the top of the hill there. Steel Scar, you're up.
So you said that there's creatures all the way at the top.
Yes.
How far away would you say they are?
They're about 100 feet.
All right, so I just wanna. Does Matthias look like he's struggling with the horses, or does it seem like he has it under control?
As of right now, he seems to have it under control. If you want to assist him in any way, you can, just be ready in case he needs anything.
Yeah, I wanna hold my action just in case anything happens. Like if he kind of starts losing control of the horses, if they get scared, I want to just hold my actions to try and assist them with
Okay.
keeping the caravan steady by maybe helping them out with manning the reins or whatever.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna hold your action, waiting in case something happens with the horses or wagons or anything like that.
Yes.
Levy, it's your turn.
Sweet.
As you watch as another large rock
Ooh.
comes tumbling down, so you guys go at the same time. So it's just heaving another boulder down at you guys.
Okay. Can't really do much to avoid it, I guess. So
No.
I just have to trust the cart's gonna avoid it.
Yeah.
How far away is the thing by now?
100 feet. At this point, because you guys moved forward, I'd say 100 feet. That's what it was for Elamir and Steel Scar. It's been
Okay.
6 seconds, so 100.
Okay. Then I'm still just gonna probably Eldritch Blast it.
The rock or the creature?
Well, I noticed before that me blasting the rock didn't do jack crap, so I'm gonna go for the creature and hope he doesn't. The hope that this one gets avoided by Matthias driving the carts. So first blast goes out. That is a 12,
That is a miss, unfortunately.
and then the second one. That is a 25,
That's a hit.
and then 2 damage.
2.
Woo!
All right.
Yeah. And then I'll probably give a Bardic Inspiration afterwards to
Okay.
Elamir.
All right. Tell me you have inspiration. And so this boulder does hit the wagon. So it's going to come flying down, and it just kind of crashes into the first wagon in the front. So what I need each of you guys to do on that wagon, actually I'll say Levy, Steel Scar, I'll say you have advantage. Go ahead and roll a strength check to see if you're able to hold on and not get knocked off. Which you
10.
10. Okay.
26.
26. Okay. You guys are able, Levy, you're able to barely hold on, and are kind of knocked on the ground prone. As this, you're barely able to hold on to the wagon. Everyone else is able to hang on, but you notice that the wagon is starting to kind of move toward the edge of the cliff there. We will go with that. We are back at the top with Joseph and Matthias, who continue to drive the wagons forward, and we'll go to Elamir.
All right, so still within range, I assume.
Yep.
All right, so I'll try to just shoot him.
I think your range is like 300 feet or something like that.
150 with the longbow.
There you go.
All right, so first shot is just a 12.
That is a miss.
You have inspiration. Remember that.
So you
Yeah,
can add-
I'll go ahead and use it.
Okay.
Up
It's a
to a
D8.
14. Oh, it's a D8. Sorry.
Yeah.
It increased, right?
Yep.
There you go.
Oh, it went down. So a 13.
That's enough. So you're able to hit it.
Yeah. Okay. 12 damage, and then I'll do a bonus action. And 7 more, so 19.
Oh, that was part of. So your first attack. Is that
First attack was a bonus
was
action.
12, and then you did.
My bonus action added 7.
7. Okay. So you take a shot and hit the creature. It just lets it sound, and you get one more shot if you like.
Yep. That one is a 23,
That's a hit.
and that's a 12.
Okay. So you take another shot, aim, hit. This one seems to, you get a good shot on this creature, kind of hitting in the face as it had a boulder kind of like picked up. Ooh, and just kind of like, as it hits, you hit it, it just kind of drops the boulder. As
Hey.
it kind of rolls down the hill, and you see it just kind of like slump. No, it doesn't look dead, but it just kind of like looks down for a second, and it just kind of sits on the ground and like, ooh, as it just kind of like
It's
stays
sad.
there. As you guys just go riding along the path, passing this creature up, as it seems to have lost the will to deal with you. You've more trouble than you're worth. Kind of
Demoralized it.
At this point, you guys ride for a bit of time before Matthias kind of looks back and he's like, does the wagon look damaged? Did we lose anything in the hit?
We didn't lose anything, but looks like it's veering off to the side a bit.
At this point, he's corrected it.
Okay.
With my help.
Can I do like a perception check to see if anything's like actually broken and like needs repair?
Go ahead and roll investigation. Just take a look.
Can I help? Can I assist them with that?
Yeah, so you can have advantage
Sure.
on that.
That would investigation.
Yes.
That would be a 22.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. So you look around. It looks like the hit kind of hit the side of the wagon, so it knocked. It definitely damaged the wagon, but it doesn't seem like it caused any irreparable damage or anything that's going to prevent you guys from continuing onward. But
Cool. I'll convey that
doesn't seem like
to
you lost
Matthias
anything
then.
either. Okay. He's like, good. That is good to hear. If you lost anything, that would be coming out of your paycheck. As he kind of like laughs.
Yeah, we heard about that.
He says, but I
we
will
got
need
you
to
bonus goods.
I
Does
will
that
need
get added
to-
to our paycheck?
He's like, I will need to inspect the damage to see how bad it looks, but as long as it is not preventing us from continuing forward, if it's fine by you all, I would like to get away from this area as soon as possible.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'll just be prepared to snipe the dude if he reaches for another rock as we drive
right.
by.
Yeah, you guys, you're able to kind of like get away and just you watch in the distance as he kind of just is sitting there, just looking defeated. He failed in his attempts to squish you under his big boulder.
I curse at him in Elvish.
right, so let me see, where am I? All right, so yeah, you guys continue onward. Making small talk, just hoping to get there without any more trouble. So you continue traveling for a few more hours. As the sun begins to get lower in the sky, it's been, you're thinking maybe afternoon, getting toward evening. The sun is lowering, it's a lot less warm as you guys just continue. The cool air is starting to come out. So at this point, what you guys see is the path in front of you flattens out. Ooh, that's just freaked out. So the path in front of you kind of flattens out, and you enter this area where, right, so you've been going up, winding road, and you gotta go up this hill, as it kind of flattens out, and you see what appears to be some sort of like bowl or caldera type area where you see to your left and right are just kind of these peaks and mountains all around you, and this middle area is very flat. There's just this path that's leading forward, and in the middle, it says I'm getting an error in Streamlabs. Is the stream still up?
Yeah. It's still going.
Is it? Mine looks frozen. Oh, nope, it's still good. Okay.
No,
Of
it's
course,
still
it
going.
should be going.
Yeah, hold on. Alright. Click yes to keep streaming recording. Yes.